Hi everyone, it's Rachel here. I hope you're having a great Sunday, and I'm going to progress a little bit with this. Tomorrow the 100-day project starts, so we'll be doing that as well. So I might not do, what is that? I think I might have had a piece of chocolate. There's a piece of chocolate on my mat. Just a minute. It's not good. Get that off. Okay, naughty girl. Right, so as you can see, I haven't progressed very far. I have stitched this down and I love it. And I haven't done any more embroidery, but I got to get that done. I've just been a bit busy, and so let me just snip this up. I did just stitch this on here, but I can't attach my pocket until I finish this, because then I'll attach that there. Then I'm going to stitch in, hand stitch in my pocket. It's going to be a little bit fiddly, but I'm going to stitch around the three sides. I want the tassels to hang down, so when I glue this piece down only, then I will stitch here and here, and then I'm going to stitch all the way down there. But so then I'll have, this will have to be loose for a minute, this edge here, and then I'll glue this on, and then I'm going to stitch all the way up there just to make sure. So that's going to happen afterwards. I need to finish decorating this bit here, and actually now I'm looking, you see, I'm glad I take a break and don't do things right away. I'm thinking I might have just a piece of stitched something there. I think handwritten. I think I'm going to glue that there, so it's showcased. So I need to grab. I'm in a bit of a mess. I haven't tidied up. I haven't progressed anywhere on that yet. So there you go. I need to do that. I've got a lot to do. Okay, so you know, my whole thing was with the stitchery project was I was going to be stitching more, but you know, it's not happening, is it? Get plenty of glue on there. Oops, all my glues are mushy. I'm just like the mushy glue queen. All my glues go mushy. I don't know what it is about me. Okay, so we'll glue that on. And I'm debating whether or not I might have a pocket at the back. Why don't we just, I think we need to refer occasionally to the original journals that were the inspiration that I bought at the antique market. I love that these documents are going to have a new home and be appreciated. Okay, so that's going to go there. That's a decision made. Now let's grab the journals. I'll put them back on their shelf. Let's just see. I mean, isn't that just the most beautiful lace? And you know, that's a little piece of lace. I'm really pleased that that lace is on there, and that one, and that one. But that lace, it's a little piece. So, you know, what I find here is most Italians, for example, because I'm in Italy, obviously, could be anywhere really, they when they purchase old lace, maybe they've got an idea, like they're very good at doing those beautiful hemp tablecloths and curtains, and they insert the lace in them. So they'll have one piece and then they'll put a piece of lace, not this delicate lace obviously, because that wouldn't hold, and then they'll have another piece of hemp. But these heavier sort of laces would separate two pieces of hemp and join them together. But they need a certain amount of meterage for whatever they're making. So these little pieces just get thrown to the side, and nobody cares for them. So I think it's really nice for them to have. See, this one didn't even have a pocket at the back. Just had it on the pages. Let's have a look at another one. We'll just get them all. See, none of them had a pocket on the back. This one, oh, this one has a pocket. Just a piece of lace stitched down there, you see? And look at the grungy old, aren't these lovely? The grungy old thing. It's even falling apart. But it's held together, thankfully, by the fabric. Now, isn't that beautiful fabric? And what I'm wondering is, how did they stitch their pages in? How were they stitched in? Let me go to the center. I didn't ever look at that. Oh, look, just little bodgy stitching like that. There and there. Interesting. So that's a bit of inspiration there. And this one had a little fabric. Oh, no, that's not the back. Just had a little guy, an egg with some lace. Isn't that clever? I like that. Okay, and this is just document here. This is just a document, the cover. So this is what I mean, and that one's upside down. So this is what I mean, like you don't have to, I put one piece of cardstock if you used it, or you can use it for one journal, but there's plenty of documents in there. So you could make two if you wanted to make two. And then I put lots of lace, way more lace than is going to be used. So what I thought today, I've got this here and I'm wondering if I want to sort of put, I do have my Florentine, not more Italian paper. I don't know if these are exactly Florentine. Let's have a look at these. We do have a bit of those. They could go on the back. Let's have a look at those. But I just was wondering if I want to put a pocket there or not. Because we're going to have the pocket at the front. I do love this paper. I could have just a piece of that ripped and stuck on there. I think I might do that. I'm going to go for it. So I need to just grab my ruler. Where's my metal ruler? I thought I brought my metal ruler up here. I did. Anyway, this will do. I'll use this one. Maybe a bit shorter. And I do want to do, I want to do a little torn look up here. Like so. It's only vague torn look. And I do need to, I'm going to take off this bit here where the edge of the paper was. So it's all pattern. And I'm going to put that there. I can then decide if, at a later date, if I want to put anything else. Decisions. So I haven't finished my cover, of course. But I did want to, I thought today maybe I would go forward with the project just in case someone has finished doing their cover. I don't know how you're doing your cover. Like there's all the different options of, like, you know, just doing lace. This is just a collection of laces. The other one's got just a strip of fabric that's not embroidered and then lace on the back. And then this one was lace on the front, lace on the back. So, I mean, there's plenty. You don't have to be as elaborate as what I'm doing. And some of you might not be embroiderers, so you might not like doing that sort of thing. So there are options to, so some of you might have gone ahead, like you might be ready to move on to the next step. So I didn't want to hold, isn't that, oh, I just love it. Anyway, so I'm going to get my pages out, the ones I folded. I said 6, but I could change my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've got 7. 1, 2, 3, no, 6. I've got 6. So I'm just going to put them in order. Now, I'm not going to have that one first because it's the same as that one. We're going to have something different. This one maybe. So choose one that's aesthetically pleasing to you and put that one in as your first one. And then start to slot your pages inside each other. Hopefully I'm on screen. This one can go in here. Put that one in. This one. And then this one. Okay, and that can go in the center. Love it. Okay, so there's my pages. Now let's just have a quick look here. These were all pages. Now let me see how many they had. We had 1, 2, 3. I did count them. 4, 5, 6. 6 pages. But look how like it's quite a nice size. I think 6 pages is enough. Okay, because then we've got to do all the embellishing. So this is, I like to put it all together. This is going to be my pocket here. So that will go attached there. Okay, and we'll make something to go in there. I might not have put in, you know, a million things in the kit that, to, if you know what I mean, like to fill it up, but we might have to create extra things. But I'm also going to, I'm putting together the eternal put together of the digital kit as well. But these things can be made into tags and things as well. So that's another option. So let's just start grabbing some of the laces. And I have to go and find where I did have a bag of charms for me, and fabrics bag of charms for me as well. Just leftover ones. Oh, wait, I was going to put a couple of book pages in there as well. So we're going to have more than 6. We're going to have, I'm going to put this in. It's a bit long, so I'll fold them. So let's decide where does this look good. It's very thick, but you all got some of those. Maybe in here, look, isn't that similar writing? Interesting. I'll put that one in there. So we'll have a couple of book pages in. It's not going to be purely handwritten. And then I might put this one, this little one, in here. like so. So we've got a couple of book pages. So this is obviously now, see how the pages then also start to move out? Because that's what happens. Because the spine, the fold, see, it starts to move out that way. So your pages become a bit longer. But we've got plenty of space in here. And so what I'm going to do with this, I don't want to cut those wonderful edges off. I'm just going to fold it in and then decide what I want to do with that. So just fold it in. So there we go. It's not sticking out anymore. So there's my pages. We've actually got more than 6 folded sheets. We've got 8, which will give you, times that by 4 for your page faces. This is a page face. So obviously each folded piece has 4 page faces. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you multiply it by 4 for your number of pages. Or page faces, I should say. That's more correct. So that's what it's going to look like. Okay, so what I want to start doing is attaching, we'll put the cover aside. I want to start attaching my some laces here and there and things. So I'm just going to find, I tried to put in fairly long bits so that they could just sort of be folded up like that. So I actually really like that. You could actually put it that way if you wanted to and have it coming out the side. But I think I'm going to have the scalloped edge, but I don't know whether... I put these big pieces in too, just in case someone wanted to do a journal like this. And, you know, like cover the back like that one was with these lovely big pieces as well. I did put quite a few of those in. Put some newer... I probably put that one in tea. It's a bit stark white, that one. I'll probably put that one in tea. That one's a bit white too. I'll probably put that one in tea. This one, it's white, it's yellowy white, so I don't think I'd change that. So there's plenty in here to play with, I think. So I think on the first page, I think I am going to put that one. I am going to hand stitch them on. But what I'm going to do, I think, is just I'm just going to put a few dots of glue just to hold it in place. I'll put a few dots of glue to hold it in place, and then I'll be able to stitch it on much easier. The last time I made it, when I did this one here, this was the one I made. See, I used a big piece there. The last time I did one, I actually stitched in my pages first and then stitched on my laces, and it was a bit fiddly. So unless you've got a lace going right across the page, I would stitch them all in first. I'm going to stitch all of them in before I put my pages fixed into the book. Does that make sense? So here, I'm just wondering about this one. I'm wondering if I would maybe stitch that like that first before I put it in the book. So let's do this. I'm going to pin that if I can without stabbing myself, and there, and I'm going to put a few little stitches in there to hold it. So it's not a fast process making these things. My pins don't want to hold it because it's lace, obviously, but before I stitch it, I'll double check it. Double check that, yes, that'll be all right. Okay, good. So I need to grab, where's my needle? Here it is. Doesn't have enough thread on it. My hands are a bit cold. Yeah, I do. I think I'm going to work on my pages, not attached to the book. I think it's easier when you're stitching them. If you're gluing, put it in and glue. But I just like the whole hand stitched effect of these journals. So I'm just going to I'm just using this regular sort of thread. I can take that pin out because I'm going to get stuck on it, I know. I'm just going to put a few little stitches in. I've got my knot in my hand. There we go. Here, just to hold this turned around the corner like that. Don't really need to go right to the bottom. It's just so it doesn't flap up, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to go over here. Very technical we are on this channel. Get all the technical terminology. A lot of flapping and mushing happens. Okay, so let me take that pin out and see if I like the look of it. I think I do. I might just put a couple of stitches here as well. It doesn't take that long. I think that you can enjoy the process and take the time to do the things that, you know, the way to hold them down properly and get the best look. Well, in my opinion, that's my humble opinion. Okay. So knot it, and I've got a loop there. I'm just going to cut it. You know, if it were to come undone, I would just get my needle and thread and stitch it on again. It wouldn't really be an issue. I'm just going to put a knot in that. Now you could use embroidery floss if you wanted to, like a perle or stranded cotton, to stitch it on, or you can use just any sort of regular sewing thread. I think that's for like tatting or crochet or something. I'm going to use I'm just going to put a few dots. I'll put a couple here. I don't really like, I won't do any stitching actually. I'll let it dry a little bit. I don't like stitching through glue. It's not my favorite thing. I will say that. It's just to hold it in place because I'm not going to pin it and poke holes everywhere in the paper. So just if you've got a PVA glue or a Fabri-Tac or whatever glue you're using, just put a few little dots here and there. And I might plan another couple of pages and just let that dry a tiny bit. It might take a minute to hold, but it just is a bit like pinning. Make it easier to stitch down, I think. If it sticks to this too, because it's really old paper. It's probably got a certain amount of grime on it. I don't know if it'll even stick to it. I do think that if you stitch it, it'll hold better. And I didn't really want to do machine stitching on this type of journal. It was not the look I'm going for. And also at the same time, I'm flipping over here, and for example, if you look in here, look, they stitched that. Oh, they stitched that one first, and then they put a pocket on that side, for example. And then here, this is one that goes right across. So in that case, I will do that. If I decide to do something like that, I could do that afterwards when it's all in. This one is stitched here, and then that one, see, they're double. It's double, you see. So I could decide then to take another one of these. That's why I put these thinner ones in, because this page here, it could be a page that I decide I might want to do some sort of decoration, I think, on that page. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to put a little dab of glue on there as well. And when I stitch down the other one, I might even have it sticking out a little bit. So I'm just going to smoosh just a tiny bit here and there, just to hold it. And then when it dries a little bit, I'm going to stitch it. Will I have this one? I think I'll have this one. Or could I have that one? No, I don't want the same color as the one on the other side. And it's going to overhang a little bit. That's okay. I'm going to leave that, and then I can snip it off if I want to snip it off. So that's really only a decorative purpose, this one. But they'll get stitched down together. That's why the glue comes in handy. They will stitch down together. So put that one there. And then let's see what else we can do. I mean, I love that. See, this, something like this, that's the right way. I mean, you can just put it up the top. Or I was also thinking, you know, just gather it, stick it on there, and maybe have, when I need to get my charms, put a charm on, put something like that. I don't know. See, this is what I included these little pieces for. Now, this is beautiful. This is going to be an edging. That one's going to be an edging. I know that. Look at that. It's really pretty on that page. But I might make a pocket on this page. Let's see what else I have. I have these. I thought these are fun. I've seen them done. Also, put a little fold in them, and then you could pin a charm or you know, stitch a flower on or something like. I think that'd be quite nice. There is a little pocket, or maybe a bit further down the track. This is why it's going to become very bulky. Now this one here, this was on the curve, so I just give them a pull so they go straight, because they were kind of gathered a little bit. When they stitched this on, they gathered it, so I just pull it and it will go straight. That could be, see, it's just long enough. I quite like that. Stitch that on there. So what do we have going? I don't want to have the same types of pockets near each other. So that's a side tuck pocket. This could, just trying to see, oh, I love this. This is going to be like a full pocket. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's really beautiful. That's going to go on something. I'm very indecisive at the moment. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that one. I think I like that one on there. And I'm going to have it that way. And I'm not cutting it. It's just going to be stitched on. So I'm going to dab some glue. On there. Just hopefully that will stick down. It will struggle to stick. I need my little mum. If you have an old Medicare card or FPOS card floating around or something, frequent flyer card, it's good to just go over like one of anything like these, Fidelity card or something like that, Fidelity card I should say. Just go like that and it helps you stick that. Now that is sticking, and I'm not going to worry. I'll be stitching it, and then that will be a pocket. So we'll just flip that over. See what's going to happen next. Now, oh, isn't that lovely? So that's going to be that pocket. So I'm making some decisions now, really. I could decide to, but it's a bit much the same as the other one, isn't it? So why don't we do a pocket of some sort? That might be nice on there. I've got lots of this fabric here. I could trim that down and make that a pocket. I think I'll trim that down and make that a pocket. I don't want it to be quite that deep, but what I might do is fold that down. Oh, it's got a bit of something attached there, so it's going to be thick. I'm going to fold that down and stitch that, and you could stitch a bit of something across the top if you can find something that takes your fancy. No, so I think I'll stitch that down. Let me see now, one of these. Now I'm going to, I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video, I have shared these on my Instagram before, I think. I might, or I'll put some photographs at the end of the video or something. I'll share them so you can screenshot them, or I'll share them on Instagram or somewhere, maybe at the end of the video. Just some pages to give you inspiration of what to do. So there's that pocket, this one here. Isn't that's just beautiful. That's the full thing, and they've just stitched that there. That was my idea with this one, so maybe I'll leave it longer. Maybe I'll use the longer piece, but I didn't really want to cover all of that lovely writing. That's my issue. I have issues. I'll leave it like that. I have these lovely things too. These are just vintage. They're not super. Oh, I like that. Oh, I think I'm going to stitch that on there. Maybe even have it peekabooing over. No, I think I'll stitch it on there. Okay, so I'll stitch that down on there, and then that pocket will go there. And I'm wondering if here, with this thread, do I have it already threaded? I quite often have that one just sitting in my pin cushion threaded. I've got a piece here. I don't know if it's not attached to anything. Okay, so if I put this, I'm thinking I could even go with another color, but I'm thinking I might just go here with this, and hopefully you can see I've got a big mess around me. Terrible person I am. I think I'm going to do some whipping here, overcasting. It's very frayy sort of upholstery sort of fabric, these. So you all got different bits and pieces. So, but I'm pretty sure most of the kits, or all the kits, had pieces that you can work with like this. I do become a bit delirious putting those things together because there's a lot in them, and making sure that I'm putting everything in. Okay, let's see. Yes, I think I'm going to add that detail there. Yeah, so maybe just prepare a few bits and pieces that you can add in, start preparing your pages. But this, as I said, I haven't finished my cover yet, but this is so anyone who's doing like a lace cover, like the ones that I have here, you might have done your cover. Okay, so let's, before I go any further, so I love that now. See, I think that just does extra. And maybe when I stitch it on, I might even stitch it on with that. It's just a pearl cotton cream, off-white, not really cream, it's not a yellowy cream. And I'll probably go around the edge with that in the same way. And see, that would be really difficult if this was attached already to the cover. You can do it, but it's just annoying going in that bit there. So I think now, I'll just put that aside. I think I'm going to take this page out, and I'm going to just show you quickly how I'm going to stitch these. I'm just going to use this regular thread. You could use your pearl cotton if you want to. Will I use that? No, I think I'm just going to use this thread. It'll be kind of invisible. You see it, but you're not seeing it. And I am literally just going to, running stitch. Actually, I'll do little running stitches. I'm thinking I'm doing my slow stitching, but I'm not. I'm going to do little running stitches in the paper. Not too close to the edge, so I don't want to split my paper. Just make sure I'm catching the lace bits. I can't tell you, there's something incredibly satisfying stitching paper and lace and fabric together. It's really fun. I really like it. It's not a chore at all. Just do your little running stitches. Just make sure you remember where the edge of your page is. And my glue is pretty dry now. It's not too bad. I didn't put it on too... Don't put your glue on too thick when you're gluing on your bits of lace. I don't know that over time, if you were to just glue, that it would hold. That's my only thing. So that's why I think the stitching, it's pretty sure it's going to hold. So you sort of have to do stab running stitch. It's a bit hard to do stitching like you would if it were fabric. You have to stab it. But it's something you can just sit and do in front of the TV. Like if you could prepare all your pages, and then you do need to sort of separate them a bit to do this part of the process. You could just make a little video in your iPad or your telephone for yourself and just flip through the pages so you know in which order they go. I think I would recommend that, unless you're not too fussed. But sometimes we like to have our pages slotted into each other, and you kind of are looking at what's next to each other, and you sort of put things together because you think that looks nice together. So sometimes you do really want to remember in what order you were doing them. So when I finish this length of thread, I don't think I'll make it all the way around. I would probably recommend you take a length that you will get all the way around without, it's not like it's precious thread or anything. I wanted to show you what it will look like on the other side. And I also think if you sort of keep your pages down, don't put too many in, it's a project that you can finish. So you also would have received some glassine bags. I don't have them up here. Then you could tea dye those or whatever you like, or stamp on them and put those in as pockets. And also I included a little, very quick, hand-stitched little hemp pouch that I put things in. You could also use that in it if it's, some of them are, I mean, they were random. I cut them as, you know, freeform like I normally do. So I don't know whether it will fit in your specific journal. Depends how you fold your pages, whether you're folding them sideways or lengthways like I did. But I just quickly wanted to show you what it looks like on the other side. So you keep your stitches fairly small. You don't want them, you don't want big dog's teeth stitches. I still need to get my Victoriana things out and my other bits and pieces, and then it's just so much fun. It really is. Don't know why I was procrastinating for so long, making you all wait for so long to do this project. So tomorrow I won't work on it. Well, I might, you know, maybe I'll find some time and get the things done that I've shown you. It'll be a different video tomorrow because we're starting the 100-day project. Is it tomorrow? What's the date today? No, it's today, the 100-day project. What's the date? Is today the 13th? Oh, I've got to start it today. Oh, well, this is day 1 of the 100-day project. That's not what I was going to do. I think it's today. Oh. Oh no, I'll have to do another video. I might post this video tomorrow. This is going to be on Monday then, this video. Maybe I'll just do 2 videos today. Yep, I think I'll have to do 2 videos today. Interesting. I think today is the 13th. Oh my goodness, I've just had a flash. Well, fancy starting the 100-day project on a Sunday. That's just confusing to me. Maybe it always starts on a Sunday. I don't know. Anyway, the dates keep changing as to when it used to start in April. But lately it's been starting, last year it started on the 31st of January, I think it was. I was like, oh, I can't do that. I wasn't really mentally prepared for it. I don't know where I was. I'm just going to go back here. I'm not going to make it round the corner, silly me. Oh dear. Okay, I give up. Anyway, that's what it looks. It's messy on the back, but that's exactly the look that we're going for, because that's what they look like on those too. The reverse side is like that. Now this page is going to get more, but for the moment it's having this. So I think I'll end this piece off and then I'll come round and stitch there. So maybe I better do that so you can see how I'm ending it off. So you want to catch the fabric. So I've caught the fabric and I go through my loop and pull it tight. And I might do that a few times just to make sure I've knotted it. That should be enough. Okay, so we'll just grab another piece, another length, I should say. I'll finish that page off. Oh my goodness, what a goose. Lily, what's the date today? Oh no, it is the 13th. I meant to start the 100-day project. I thought it was tomorrow.
Are you filming?
Yes.
Hi guys.
I just had a flash.
Oh.
Oh dear. Flashes are not good. Okay, well. So anyway, well, let's just concentrate at the job at hand. I'm starting off again. I'm now feeling hungry with the stress. No, I'm not really stressed. Now that is curving up like that. I'm going to stitch that down because I don't like that. That annoys me. So we need to stitch that down somehow. Ow, I stabbed myself. Don't stab yourself, guys. That's not fun. Needles. Now I'm totally all over the place. My needles flying around. Okay. Go. I'll just stitch that down a little bit. So it's a bit of a, you know, slow process with as far as the videos are concerned, because I actually need to sort of sit down and work on it and get things finished off so we can really progress. But anyway, this is giving you some things to start thinking about. If you don't see 2 videos, let's just class this as week 1. No, day 1. Day 1. Day 1. And you want to make sure this is so these 2 corners here, these 2 edges, they're pressure points from when you know, slide things in the pockets. Then they see there's no lace to stitch through there. I'm going to go back through to the other side. I don't want to do my knot here because I don't know if it will hold. I want to do my knot catching some of the lace. I think that's what I want to do. Oh, I keep stabbing myself. I'm not nice. I'm not a nice person. I'm tangled. Do my knot. Now I think that's annoying me, that little bit there. I actually think I'm going to go up there and just put 1 stitch there. I don't want to stitch all of that because that's where my pocket is, but I'm going to stitch that bit because I don't like the way it's sitting, telling it what to do. Oh, I don't want to go up through the same hole either. I'll go up through here into the leg, pull it tight, and now I'm going to end it off. If you saw it went, I've got a loop there, I have to snip that, so I better do more knots. If you saw that it weren't holding the knots, just put a little bit of glue. I've got 2 loops there, 2 loops. It's loopy. If it's not holding, just put get some glue on your finger and just dollop a bit of glue on there and it will hold. I think that'll be all right. If I saw it, oh, Andrea, this is for yours because you asked me for one like last year and I never made one again. This is Andrea's journal. Just dollop a bit of glue there if you were to see any points coming undone, but they shouldn't because I have knotted them. So that's my first page done. And then we now have I might slip that in just a sec. That's going there. See, it has stuck. That's going on here. So what I'm going to do now, I need to stitch this on, and then I will put a few little dollops around the edge of this just to, so that way it's not moving about when I stitch it, because otherwise I'll go crooked. And then I'll stitch that one on. And then it'll be doubly stitched on this side and here because I'll be stitching that on as well. And so I won't go ahead and decorate anything else. I'm doing that with you guys, but this is the start. So you can get started. And here's my cover. So for the moment, this is what we're going to see. Isn't it pretty? It's going to be under there. It's going to be really pretty. And then, so you'll open it. Oh, it's going to be really pretty. I'm really excited about it. And that's a tuck. So we'll be making, I don't know, I've got these. This one won't go in that pocket, but you know, then we have all these beautiful things. What else do I have? So we're going to have play with these things too. So I have this big one, but I think I might use these little ones. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Veronese, he's one of my favorites. Love Veronese. And then we have things like these that we're going to play with, all of these things and make them fun little things and decorate them and put them in the pockets that we create. So it is a really lovely project, and it's a lovely place. If you've got some, you know, antique bits and pieces of ephemera that you want to keep, I mean, look at that. It's wonderful. It's French. I mean, things like this are just going to be folded and put in the pocket. And you can put a little something on them, little thing. And it's just a lovely place to store some of your favourite bits and pieces. These beautiful pieces here. Like I might put that in a pocket like that and just put a little pretty something there, and that just take that out and appreciate the beauty of it. There's no function of this is not a writing journal. There's no function for it except to store pretty things in there, and it's really like a coffee table book. It's something that you just pull out and leaf through and appreciate. That's my purpose for it. So I'm going to end my video here. I probably won't attach any photographs. I don't think I've done any extravaganzas here that need any photographs. I might take some photographs of the other ones, and each time I might photograph some different things and attach them at the end of the video, so that way you can screenshot it and have them for inspiration of things to do in the journal, because there's so many possibilities. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon, and have a great Sunday. Bye.